I'm Feng Chen, Head of Product for International Markets at Gojek. In my role as Head of Product for International Markets, I'm responsible for the product and data strategy for Vietnam, Thailand, and Singapore. What we're trying to do is to fulfill our mission of reducing life's daily frictions for our users. And we do so through adapting our technology to meet the needs of the unique landscape in each market. To find the needs of each landscape, we conduct a thorough business analysis, data analysis, in order to plan the roadmap according to what that market really needs from us. So for example, in Vietnam, after looking at the results, we found that a super app approach makes the most sense, as a lot of the needs are very similar to where Indonesia was at. In Thailand, what we see is a food delivery opportunity. And then finally in Singapore, we noticed that our best play was to offer choice in the ride-hailing market there. What inspires me to work in tech? I have to say it's the fast-paced nature of the industry. Everything is constantly improving at a breakneck speed, and to be at the forefront of innovation is incredibly challenging and rewarding at the same time. I think another great thing is that it attracts people who want to build a better future in this industry. So I started in the tech industry. It's really the only thing that I know. I've grown up in a family where my brother was an engineer, my mother worked in data as well, and it's just been a natural part of my life. In terms of challenges faced as a woman in technology, I like to, challenge that assumption, because when you think about it, really, like the nature of our work involves like being a subject area and interacting with a laptop. And the laptop doesn't really care what gender we are. So then if we really look at where the challenges are coming from, it's more about societal expectations about women and what we're expected to do in technology. But in fact, what I'd like to say is that technology is actually a very level playing field. There's nothing that I think a woman cannot do in technology, and that's something very inspiring as well. What attracted me to start working with Gojek is that how we started was Kun Pinya and I were part of the founding team for the Thai business, right? What happened was we originally found an opportunity in the food delivery market in Thailand, right? Where a few years ago there wasn't much choice. And what we really wanted to do was start a company to offer that service to customers here. And we happened to get connected with Gojek, and we flew to Jakarta, met with the founders of Gojek, including Andre and Kevin, who are now the co-CEOs. And we found that we actually had similar missions that we wanted to fulfill, right? So that's how we started working with Gojek to launch here. And it all happened very fast. So we started as a team of 5, and within a year we had grown to a team of 300 in Thailand, and we'd launched and we started growing the food delivery market here. So in order to unify the app, I had to work with hundreds of engineers and data analysts and product managers, as well as business owners across many countries. So we have tech members based in Indonesia, Singapore, India, Vietnam, and Thailand as well. And it took all of these amazing, talented team members in order to deliver on this unified tech platform. And the great thing is, now that we have a unified tech platform, we are now poised better than ever to scale at a more efficient way, and it really is a multiplier for the social impact that we want to create. In terms of leading a diverse team, given that we have members based across 5 countries in India, Jakarta, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam, what we usually do is we kind of bring together everyone's unique perspectives And how we can decide on a way forward is we really rely on data to drive our decisions. Or when anyone from a team is presenting their case, they usually have a really strong rationale to back it. And what that gives us is a lot of collective intelligence. When you have so many different members coming from so many different perspectives, you really get a lot of really great ideas. And then based on data or customer research at times, the best solution usually can come out from that. And that's how we work. Even though we're all from different places and we have different backgrounds and different expertise, at the end of the day, we're all trying to do the same thing. We're all on the same mission. So that's how it comes together. What kind of leader am I? So there are two things I think that I really focus on. The first is I'm always thinking ahead. And the reason for this is because I need to help my team navigate to changing circumstances and iterate on customer solutions based on the latest data, right? And if there's anything that this year has shown us all is that the importance of being able to adapt and change flexibly, right, in order to meet the best solution as things change. The second way is that I really believe in empowering my team. If you hire amazing, talented people, then it's your job as a leader to be able to give them a boost in their career. And this is really different based on the individual, because every individual has different strengths and weaknesses, and you work with them to really help them realize their potential. Product development versus marketing. I think both are really important, but if I think about the relationship between product development and marketing, I kind of think of them as you need product development to go first. Make sure you have a really great product that adds value to users, right? And then second, you need marketing to help people become aware of it, right? So that's how I think those two different functions coexist. In terms of which one is better than the other, I think both serve very different functions, and so I think they actually complement each other very well. In accordance with the hyperlocal approach that we take to winning in each market, it definitely applies across product development and marketing. But in fact, it's in all of our business operations. We start with strategy, which is hyperlocalized, and it trickles all the way down to actually releasing, launching, and marketing the product. Everything we do is at a hyperlocal level. Some examples of hyperlocalization that we've done is, for example, when we started to offer food delivery in Bangkok, right? We noticed that the merchant and residential density in this city was unique to that in Jakarta, for example, where you have a lot of restaurants and also like condos in the same areas. So then one thing we actually tried and experimented with here is developing a runner service. So if people need to order within a short distance, why not have someone who doesn't have a motorcycle deliver the food? This allows us to expand our driver base and offer even more jobs to people who don't have a motorcycle to be able to deliver food. So after we started that experiment, we actually found some really great traction, and we've only grown that ever since to more and more areas across Bangkok. So that's one example of something that works really well here, but may not be as applicable to other markets. So for us, we really just focus on our customers, because that's really our key focus, our mission, and what we're here to do. So as long as we can continue to strive and improve and meet our customers where they expect us to be, I think that's really what we're set out to do, to remove life's daily frictions. So I think the food delivery industry in Thailand is still nascent. It still has room to grow, which is incredibly exciting. And what we want to do from a product standpoint is increase in terms of personalization, because I think people's choices and preferences in terms of what they like to eat are incredibly unique, and what our product needs to do is to be able to customize towards that. In terms of personalization and what we're building towards it, we're constantly trying to create an experience that reflects the uniqueness of each user, right? So for example, we have dish recommendations that based on your previous orders will recommend some different dishes that you might be interested in. We also launched a new feature recently that allows you to favorite different dishes, so we can understand your preferences better and improve your ordering experience. So the way that we look at attracting customers to our platform is, what does the customer need? Because you have a lot of different segments of customers that will each have a different sensitivity towards different factors in their decision around what to order, right, or which platform to use. For example, there will be some segments that are more price sensitive, or there will be some that have very particular needs in terms of the merchant offering that we can provide. So what we do is we really look at the data to give that tailored experience and serve that customer with what they expect from us. In terms of differentiation, Gojek, even in Indonesia, has gained the advantage there because they started with that unique insight to what customers and drivers and merchants need. And that's something that we were attracted to in their mission that made us want to bring Gojek to Thailand here as well. So we wanted to have the same social impact that Gojek had in Indonesia to Thailand, and we believe that in order to do so, we also needed to differentiate and customize, hyper-localize to provide an experience that really speaks to users here as well. So this has always been a core part of our strategy. All of us need to look at our customers to really find out what it is that they need in order to differentiate appropriately to meet their needs. I think as long as we keep going on that mission, customers' expectations will only increase, and they'll demand more, right? More new features, and we'll be ready to meet them as we receive that feedback. The ultimate goal, in terms of that, so due to our hyperlocal strategy, we really want to empower the local business teams to define that. In product, we want to support the strategy that is defined by the local leadership team. So I would actually recommend that you refer to the local leadership for that.